Boom, 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 boom. All right. Coffee good. Okay, let's see. So gonna keep working on SWAT cats. Last time I did like hard black shadows. So this time I'm gonna do shadows like I would normally do them. I might just take the heavy black and just change it for something else to really quickly adjust how I do the shadows. And then start working on the jet. But before we do that, I want to shout out a couple people who followed while I was off stream. Nick Schaefer's, Darky Boy, Thomas W, Freak for Jess, I think, and Knighthood 1. You guys got me to 50 or more subscribers on Twitch, so that's awesome. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everyone who stops in and sees what's up on this stream, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get it going. Okay, so yeah, we have this we did last time, all the heavy black. I might even push it a little more because it looks kind of just like heavy outline. But for now, we're gonna change it up and we're gonna copy those layers and just make them like a normal shadow. I might soften it, I might not. I don't know yet. Make sure, okay, cool. Oh, rectangular marquee tool. I don't know why it's that. There's a little bit of separation there for some reason. Okay, so let's see. T-Bone. I don't think he had any issues on the lines. No, okay. So T-Bone, for some reason, has a little space on two little bits on his head. So, razor. Just grab that black right there. We're going to go to a brush, shrink that down. So I don't need that huge. Okay, so it's because, yeah, okay, so that, the top line is because there is no, I don't think there's any of the mask behind it, so that would be why that isn't working correctly. Okay, so that's actually on the line, not, yeah. Okay, so those, let's adjust that here on the actual layer it's supposed to be on. There we go. Okay. Get back to black shadow. I hate when there's like artifacts on stuff. Okay. There's even a little bit right there. And there. Yeah. Okay, so I need to jump over here and zoom out a little bit. Grab that. And we are going to zoom back in real quick. We're going to, whoop, we're on the wrong layer. We need to be on. Well, that would be part of the reason. Oopsie. Yeah, it would have been helpful if I was on the correct. Yeah, where is it? Right there. Okay. Would have been helpful if I was on the correct layer. Just clean up some stuff here. Just make sure that these have now filled, and we'll go in real quick. That black. Okay. All right, so now let's. Yeah, okay, so I need to go. There we go. Just fill that little spot for whatever reason that wasn't. Okay, let's shrink that up. Okay. So we're just going through and kind of cleaning up our little marks that we missed. For whatever reason. Okay. No. I'm actually going to leave that because that should... Okay. That's actually on the line work layer. Okay. Guess that's on the line layer. Nope. Yeah. Jump to the blue real quick though. Get that little spot. Okay, I think that's pretty good for now. Okay. I can always go back and mess with details for hours and hours later. Yeah. So, go real quick. I'm going to fill that. All right. Let's hit that. And that. Alright, again, I don't really want to get bogged down with details too much. So let's zoom out. And again, so I'm going to take, actually, just, yeah, let's duplicate the layer. We'll just make it shadow. Okay, and then same with this one. We'll just duplicate that layer and we will make it. Nope, don't do that. And shadow. Okay, so we're gonna hide the black. So let's see what I want to do for shadow. Quick. It's not stopped. I can see it. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so for the shadows on this version, so black on the black is fine. I want to do, is it, okay, no. What are you? G. I always forget that. G. Let's see. Whose shadow am I on right now? Yeah, T-Bone. Okay. Oh, whoops. Boom. Okay, so that made all of those connected shadows blue, which is not exactly what I wanted. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It certainly looks different. I wonder, let's see, if I set the, what if I multiply, ooh, what's that? That's not bad. Multiply on it. I mean, a lot of it is going to be dark. Okay, those are all, yeah. I think that's pretty much all of the spots that were shadow are now, well, except for that and that. The only thing is it goes over like that. So let's undo that. It makes the lines like not crisp at all. So what I can do is I can, so let's release the clipping mask on that one, but I don't like that either. All right. Actually, that's another way I could do it, is I can make a clipping mask like that, set that to multiply, makes it all dark like that. Just, yeah, I can actually ditch that entire, just delete the shadow one. And then I can just jump back up here, brush, and I can erase out the lines. I mean the light. I can erase out the light areas. So let's do that. Let's try it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I know that's right, because that's the gray. And I'll go in and I'll redo some of the parts here. I'll repaint some of this stuff. I'll fix the nose and whatnot. Let's see. The eyes need to come out. I'm gonna have, let's shrink it down a touch. That's gonna be like that.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed.
Okay, we don't want it to go all the way down there. Let's see, we've got, and then this. Right, let's see. I think it's looking pretty decent, actually. Okay, let's do that. Going to do. Got the. We don't want that. We want the brush. So the brush is going to be. So we're gonna have like that kind of situation underneath there. Something kind of like that. Something like that. Got that. And then we've got, let's do that, like so. Okay, got it. So that's going to be doing this kind of thing. So this is a different way than I normally do, but it's interesting. I like it. It's always fun to try out different ways of setting up your lights and shadows and stuff. Okay, we're gonna put that in right there. And I can soften the edges of some of these things too at some point if I want. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna kind of adjust some of the edges and all of that for sure, but for now, let's do something kind of like that. Let's see. And something kind of like that. Something right there. A little something here. Cut that like that. Hit that edge of this. a little bit, something kind of like that, maybe. Something like that. There. Okay, so we're making our way through this kind of, and it's getting really interesting, I feel like. Like, it's very dramatic lighting right now, for sure. This edge, gonna hit this a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, that's just gonna be kind of something like that, maybe. Hit this a little bit. Entirely sure on this one. We'll do that for right now. Something kind of like that, maybe. That top, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to work that one a little bit. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying a different way of doing shadows right now, where I just kind of coated the entire character in shadow, and now I'm going through and erasing out the light, and it's different. I'm good, how are you? We'll just throw that like that. So let's see, like that's that. These. The cheek would come out for sure. So yeah, we're gonna Carrie Smith. I mean, I would be happy to. I mean, if you were paying, for sure. But I don't really do like portraits and stuff for free. Just kind of as a general rule. That, kind of like that. Oop, I'm a little too far out there. Discord. Are you asking if I have a Discord? or I'm not entirely sure what the Discord. Okay, got that. Paint in the dark areas again in this little bit here. No, I want that. There we go. Here we go. Sorry, but it's annoying because I have to see. It's not annoying. It's just letting you know. Like I don't really do it without getting paid. That's the only thing. If I was on here and you had like and I wasn't really working on anything, and you had a request for like a simple character or whatever, I do those. But as I am currently working on something, I don't do requests while I'm working. And again, it has to be kind of a simple thing as well. But yeah, no worries. No harm, no foul, man. Let's see. Yeah, let's do. So yeah, I'm going in on the teeth right now. Kind of working that a little bit. Let's see. The light. Yeah, so the light I'm imagining is coming from top right. So up in this area, coming this way. So I've done a very rough pass on the lighting currently. Dinner, man. So you are definitely not from the United States, because it is about lunchtime here. Thanks for stopping in though. I appreciate everyone who pops in and says what's up. For sure. Thank you. But yeah, as far as the lighting goes, top right. Top right is kind of where I'm seeing the lighting coming from currently. For some reason, this is having a hard time. There we go. Okay, comic. Oh, wow. Well, kudos to you. And I hope that goes really well for you. I would also like to make comics. That would be totally awesome to me to be able to make comics. Let's hit this like that. There we go. Oh, fun. Muscle anatomy it's something for sure. Anatomy is one of those weird things where it's super helpful, but you also have to know, especially in like comics and stuff, like when you need to break the rules with muscles and anatomy. Because foreshortening is one of those things where it's like, it's tough to keep anatomy absolutely correct, but I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, that kind of stuff is super interesting. Let's see. So let's yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna erase this out entirely right here. We're gonna drop this to about there. Hit that top layer. And again, I might soften these shadows a touch later, but right now we're working on getting like, nope, undo that. I'm working on getting like the shadows down, really, in the general areas and stuff that I would like them to be in. So, okay, let's hit that, like that. Erase that out. My tablet is a touch expensive. I don't remember off the top of my head. I got it secondhand from a friend at a pretty decent price. Like, I couldn't pass it up. It was like $300, which I think this sells for like 4 to 5 this model. I don't remember exactly, but it's the XP Pen Artist 22, and it is fantastic. It's not cheap by any means. Like I said, it's like a couple $100. It's also not one of the most expensive ones either, so that's also kind of nice. It's not super expensive, but it's not cheap. Yeah, something kind of like that there. Let's push that a little bit more. There. But yeah, I've done work on like a normal graphics tablet as well, like one without a screen. For me, I really like the screen. It's very helpful to me. You don't need it. Obviously, it's not a necessary thing to have, but it is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I know plenty of artists out there who do wonderful work without a display tablet. Like, it's pretty insane the stuff that people can do. Let's see, without a display. I'm not entirely sure how I want this bit to go. So let's do, yeah, we're gonna do it kind of like in reverse, like that. My art style, that's kind of a tough one for me. I feel like it changes quite a bit depending on what I'm doing. I have a very fluid art style, at least right now I do. And I feel like even when you have a quote-unquote style, your style will change just over time in general. But I mean, like, we'll zoom out here. Whoop, out, not in. So this is kind of like, it's a fan art piece, but it's in kind of my style, I feel. But I've done many different things. You can actually, let's see, down there, my Instagram, if you check out my Instagram, you can see all the different style of stuff. Like, I can do realistic, I can do cartoon like this, I can do a lot of different things. And I have done a lot of different things. Not what I meant. That's what I meant. But yeah, have I have some like charcoal animal studies on there. I have fan art from I know no, like I feel like a lot of people don't even know SWAT cats in general. So like I feel like it's a pretty unknown show unless you grew up uh, watching it on like old school Cartoon Network. Do you usually have there's save shadows until they're done with figure? Um, so yes, I do. Um, so I'll get all of the line work. So let's do this real quick. Yeah, so I'll do all the line work. I'll put the flat colors down like this, and then I for this show they had really heavy black stuff, black shadows for parts of the episodes. So what I did was I did a version like that with the heavy black, and you could see that changes the look of everything. Like it's crazy how different that is compared to what it was. But yeah, I like to do line work. Well, I do a sketch, refine the sketch, line work, flat colors, and then from the flat colors I do shadows and highlights depending on how I do the stuff. So right now I'm doing a second version of the shadows because I wanted to do that heavy black for one, and I wanted to do a little bit more of how I would normally shadow stuff, but I'm doing it in a different way than I normally do. I normally don't like fill the thing and erase the erase out to create the shadows and highlights. Normally I just paint them in like I did the black. So yeah, but yeah, SWAT Cats was an awesome show. And if you have never seen it, I highly suggest that you do watch it. It's fantastic. Let's see. So let's give that. Let's hit this like that. Yeah, let's do. I like that kind of thing. Maybe give that a touch. Maybe. The calves on the white cat are not the same. Yeah, no, they're not. So, in my head, that leg that's larger is in front. So he's kind of standing at an angle there, which is why it's a little bit smaller and it kind of looks farther back. That's the idea anyway. But yes, no, they are not the same. Can you see one of my best pieces from the year? Yes. Yeah. The like all my stuff is going to be, yeah, exactly. It's perspective. Um, that is a good word. Yes, perspective is what that would be. Yeah, you can see all of my work on my Instagram, which is down there. Dream Nick for live. I can't tell if you're a bot or not. I know your stream. Never mind, you're not. Yeah, no. it's a bot that's posting it to the stream chat, because I stream on like 5 different platforms all at once. So they're all real people, but it will say bot in the chat, because the bot is posting it so everyone can see what's going on, is the idea. Yeah. So yeah, my Instagram. Feel free to check that out if you would like to see my fancy artwork. Let's do that. Yeah, I kind of like that right there. Yeah. Let's see. We want a little bit more under there, like that. That I dig. Okay, I'm gonna erase that. You only got Discord. I actually have a Discord. I don't. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like I have, like I said, it's a pretty wide variety of style. It's not easily pinned down. It changes depending on what I'm using. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, I have my Twitter and stuff is down there. I don't know. Dream Nick for live. I do have a D live though. I will try, and I don't know. I honestly, no one really uses it, so I did get one. I have one made for streaming, but and I do post my work in progress stuff there. But yeah, for sure. Thank you. Agreed. It does take time. Let's just pop that. A little bit of light right there. We'll give it. Okay. We're moving our way through this. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, I mean, my style for like my original characters and things is very much a cross between. Oh, no. Between like comic and anime. Yeah. I mean, I work from images and stuff sometimes. It depends on. So yeah, okay, we're on. Gotta give this a little bit more of a curve. Is a helmet. But yeah, I really enjoy just working on stuff that I like, so it's cool. Let's see. Let's move this like way down. I don't know. Let's pop. Yeah, let's pop like that. I feel like that would catch some light there. I am from the United States. West Coast, to be specific ish. To be specific without being specific. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's not too bad. South Georgia. That's cool. Yeah. Anyone who is in the United States and an artist, if you like doing digital art and you don't have a tablet, um, I do have a giveaway going for a tablet. So you can find that on my Twitter and on my Instagram in my bio. Yeah. It was good, thank you. Got a lot of useful stuff. Well, yeah, kind of. Got some video games too. That's way more fun than useful stuff. I don't like being an adult. I like video games. It's so much more entertaining than being an adult. Having to pay bills and all that fun stuff. Yeah, let's put that shadow back in. I don't know why that was not there. Do that. We'll wrap that a touch though. Yeah. I feel like anyone who disagrees, like if they'd rather pay bills than play video games, they're crazy. I mean, bills are obviously they're a necessary thing that you have to do, but video games are fun, which is why I prefer video games. And drawing. I like drawing. Drawing and video games are kind of like where it's at. Virginia, that's awesome. Put that like that. So this is a lot more work than I was intending on doing with Shadow on this, honestly speaking. But I think it's going pretty well. Let's just hit that like that though. And do that. We're going to push this over a touch. Like that. We're going to move that like that. At school we have to do with art. Has to do it. Oh, fun. Yeah, that, if they pay you, that's cool. If they don't, that's annoying. For sure. So yeah, let's do that. Let's move that over. I'm gonna transition that a little bit better and make it this, like that. Just kind of round that a touch. I don't know. I think that looks a little bit better. Give it a slight curve transition. Yeah, that's never fun. That's a real jerk move to ask you to do stuff and not pay you. People at work, like at my like day job, occasionally ask me to do stuff, and it's not for payment, and I'm just like, sure, and then I just don't do it. I mean, it's different if it's something you would enjoy or whatever, but like for the most part, they're asking me to do stuff that I don't want to do, so I'm like, nah, I'm good. And that's totally fine. In no way do you have to ask for payment or anything if you don't want to. At some point though, you should get paid. That's the only thing. Which is why, like I said, I don't really do like portraits and stuff unless I get paid. Requests in general, unless it's something super simple and I don't have something planned for my stream, I'll do like really simple requests and whatnot, but for the most part I try to get paid for things like that, because I mean it's kind of fair for me if I'm doing something to get paid. At least in my head. The people asking for things tend to disagree with stuff like that, but that's where we have problems. Our society doesn't treat artists very well, in my opinion, especially like in the US. Feel like we get kind of second-class citizen a little bit, like, oh, well, anyone can draw something. It's like, but if that were true, then wouldn't you be doing this kind of situation? Like in my head, like, if that were really true, would you be asking me to do it for you? That's just me. It is what it is. That's an odd little spot there. So let's do, yeah. There we go. That's a little bit better. I don't know what happened there. His knuckle doesn't really match up with his finger. That's what happened. Can I do outer space? Not entirely sure what you mean by outer space. So there's that. I mean, I certainly... Oh, okay, wait, I need to... Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing here. This part needs to... We're going to go all the way up to the edge on that one. Is it good to do a lot of shadows? Okay, so shadows are like many things, relative. Thank you, I appreciate that very much, Squeezy. Squeezio. Yeah. And good luck with your stream. It depends on, yeah, it all depends on what you're drawing and what kind of mood you're looking for as well. So, like for this, I like kind of a dramatic, kind of a dramatic look, because like that was kind of the show look. So for this one, there's not a whole lot of like quote unquote shadow. It's super dark and it pops everything really well. Whereas over here, there's more area to the shadow, but it's not as crazy of a shadow, I guess, is kind of the idea. It pops it a little bit, but in a different way. So it's a very subjective thing. Actually, let's do this. So let's put that like that. Yeah, and it depends on, so yeah, it depends on the like feel you want for the piece, what kind of lighting you're trying to get. So it's like, it's not just a one size fits all situation. It's a very subjective, and it depends. CH Comic Art. I do not actually know that one, no. Let's do, yeah, bright spot there. Bring that down. So like what I'm doing right now is figuring out where my shadows would fall and stuff like that. So I'm doing it a certain way. By no means do you have to do it the same way. It's a whole thing. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check him out. CH Comic Art. For sure. But yeah, it's a very subjective situation. Honestly, it all depends on the look and feel you want for your piece. Okay, let's just erase that. Bump this in. Oop. Let's do, no. Put it down there. There we go. Something kind of like that. That works pretty well for me. Bump that way. Hit that like that. Yeah, so let's put this there like that. So let's get it in here. Actually, that wouldn't be there. That'd be like that. So, honestly, it depends. There are some pieces I do where it takes me like no time at all, pretty much, and then there's times where it takes me quite a while to get through something. This piece, this one took a little while. Hey, what's up, Bad Panda? Panta? Bleh. Thanks, I appreciate it. I think it's coming along pretty well. I did one version where it was heavy black shadow like that, and now I'm working on normal-ish kind of a shadow situation. So we're working our way through that. I started with it all like shadowed, and then I'm erasing out parts. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks. I appreciate you keeping track of stuff. That's awesome. Thank you. Probably something like that. Do. And yeah, so how often does it take to make one piece? This one is going on quite a while. But there's some that take me like one time. Like if I don't have anything planned, I'll generally do it in one time. Other channels? Meaning what exactly? Oh. I think he means like my Instagram and stuff like that. Because yeah, I mean I have like I said, I stream on multiple platforms, but I only have like one. Yeah, my Discord, Instagram, and stuff like that, or the Discords that I'm a part of as well. Yeah, like I have my own Discord, but I'm also a part of some art Discords that Fad Panta showed me, which I really appreciate. Using muscle anatomy, and the character shirt is off, so I'm trying to practice on how to shadow muscles. Okay, yeah, that is going to be an interesting thing. Shadowing muscles is not an easy thing to do, especially on a shirt, because you have to account for the bagginess of the fabric. Like right now, like look at all these tiny little shadows on my shirt that are kind of showing up in just creases and folds. Like you're not even really seeing the muscle structure underneath. I know it's just the very top of my shirt, but still. So what you are doing is very difficult. So don't be discouraged by that. Clothing is a whole new beast as far as shading and shadows and stuff like that go, for sure. Yeah, okay, that's the wrong one. But yeah, so I would suggest picking a very simple light source setup like I did, just top right for me. Like I'm trying to figure out top right, that's it. I'm not worried about, okay, there's a top light, there's a backlight that's gonna give me a rim light on something. Like right now I'm just worried about, okay, so the light is coming from up top and the right. So that's what I'm focused on. That's what's, yeah. Yes. Yeah, when muscles are stretched, and like it's a very difficult thing to kind of figure out. Like, I am not gonna lie to you. What you are doing is not easy. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. We'll do kind of something like that, I think. And then we'll get, yeah, okay. Something kind of like that, I think, for that arm. And then we'll give it a, whoop, give it a little touch right there. Shadow where that sleeve is gonna fall. Yeah, especially when you're 12, 100%. But yeah, the earlier you start on stuff like that, the better you're gonna get. So keep it up, and I applaud your effort, and man, you're gonna be fantastic at what you're doing. So just keep at it. It's all about practice, man. So good luck. And thinking about it, this is going to drop. That shadow is not going to be there. Okay. No, stop doing that. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be like that. There we go. And we are getting close. We are getting close. It is close, but it's not there. Hey, everyone should get encouragement. I mean, it's, what kind of world are we in when someone's success means someone else's failure? That's not what I think. I think everyone should shout out everyone. I think it's important that we encourage each other. There's too much negative in the world as it is. Just do your best. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try. I really do. And like I said, if you keep it up, man, you're gonna be fantastic. So don't even trip. Okay, so let's see. We are erasing some stuff here. I think, like, as far as like roughly setting this up, I think we're doing a pretty darn good job. I think we're pretty freaking close. Let's do that. We're going to do this. You can send me a link. I don't remember if you have Instagram or whatever. I mean, feel free to send feel free to send me, you know, whatever. I wish I had my Discord like info ready, but I don't, because that would be another place that you could send it. Nope, not it. But yeah, you could send me a link on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can. That's totally awesome. Thanks for the lemon. Appreciate that. Yeah. Shoot. 1 second. If you want to do that, let me see my Discord real quick. Oh, why? Thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that very much. User settings. Where's my? No, my account. exit that. Let's see. Is that... Hey, thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. So, I don't know. There, that's... Okay, good. It went to almost every one of those. Thanks. So that is my Discord. If you want to send me your stuff. Because I think the best part of this is like getting to meet people and talking to people. So 100% I will look at whatever you send me. So yeah. Hopefully you're still there and you see that. I don't know. Because it doesn't show me who's watching on YouTube. It just, for some reason, it does not show me the watching count on YouTube. But yeah. Okay, I think other than, whoops, zoom in first. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere up here. I'm not entirely sure I like where it's at though. Are there big plans for the background? So the background I'm kind of thinking is going to be, I'm gonna try and do like a skyline, like a really simple skyline of Mega Cat City. Thank you, I'm trying. Like I said, I did one version with it's like straight black. And then I have this version that I'm doing right now is going to be like, obviously it's going to be different than the straight black. It's still pretty like pop color kind of situation, but and I think I'm going to tone down maybe the opacity a little bit so it's not quite as heavy, or I'll change the layer property a touch. So it's not quite as heavy blue on like certain parts here, like on the fur. Like I want it to be a different kind of look than it currently is. I think it's a little too much, but I think it's coming along nicely. So we'll do that, and then yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of shadow on the teeth, like especially like on the white and the yellow. It just kind of, it's a little too dark of a shadow for what I'm doing, I think. So we'll do this like that. Yeah, I dig that. There we go. Erase that a little bit. Do that. We'll put a little line right there. All right, so let me jump over to my Discord real quick. Pending. Accept. There you go. Okay, I accepted it. So now you should be good to send whatever. All right. Okay, we're gonna smooth that. Yeah. So let's see. We've got that set up. There we go. That's a good one. I like that. So we've got that. Okay, so we can zoom out on this now, I think. Work our way through this. Like, I like, it's pretty graphic still with this kind of shadow setup, but let's see, that's my eraser. But I want it to be a little softer on at least the fur and stuff, just because I think it's just a little too blue and dark on that yellow and on the white. Bump this up real quick. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to erase out the, like, a lot of the blue in the background here. That is just like chilling because I don't need it. So that gets rid of a lot of it, I feel like. There. And I know you guys can't really see what that is, but over here in this thing, a lot of blue went away. Cool. I will check those out when I'm done here, which will be fairly soon. But yeah. So I think the shadows on this aren't bad. Like I said, I don't know if multiply, let's see, darken? Darken is a little different. Overlay? Okay, overlay, I kind of dig that. It helps kind of push certain things the way I want it. Like over the fur and the white and stuff, I like that. But I'll probably need to, let's just, shadow. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We'll duplicate it real quick. Duplicate layer, shadow, blue. Okay, so, because I don't like the heavy saturation on the red, I'm going to change this back to multiply, and then I'll just kind of go through and erase out certain bits of this, like that. Okay. So let's do this. Actually, yeah. So we're going to erase out the parts on the skin for one, and just add background. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much that's what I'm going for on this. That's a little too red. It's okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out different setup, I think, for some of this. Okay, so I don't hate that. Yeah, anyway, we'll figure that out. We might do that off camera, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so, and like I said, I had a different shadow setup before. Oops, not the line art, there we go. So this is also a shadow pass that I did, hard blacks. So I'm gonna have two different shadows for this end piece. I'm gonna have basically essentially two different pieces. But for now, this piece is pretty well done. Like him, T-Bone there is pretty well done. I just need to adjust how the shadows are working over parts of this, and then it'll be all good to go. And then I just need to knock out Razor. Then we'll throw in that hopefully like Mega Cat City skyline there, and then we're gonna have the jet in the background there going through, which I really am looking forward to doing. I'm not gonna put outlines on the jet because I want it to kind of be back, and which is why I haven't done it yet, because I want to do it kind of pushed back in the background a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's see. We are gonna call it for today. I really appreciate everyone stopping in, and new followers / subscribers on YouTube, and Fad Panta. Thank you so much for the ice creams and like all of the donations. That was very awesome. Thank you so much. And just keep checking out what I'm doing and let people know. I really appreciate all of the word of mouth. And every Monday and Thursday I'll be here roughly about this time, 11 a.m. my time to no. Thursday will be the next one. So every Monday, every Thursday, I try to be on here unless something happens and there's extenuating circumstances. Those are the days that I will be on. So yeah, really appreciate everyone stopping in. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a good time. It's always fun chatting with you guys while I work. I think it makes things more fun for me anyway. Yeah. So if you haven't, check out all my stuff. If you have those things, all these things down here, my social media. It's great to have interaction here and on there and all of that stuff. I really appreciate it. And I will check out DM Comic Art. I'll check out your stuff when I get off this, and I will let you know. And good luck to you in your future endeavors as an artist, and I hope that it works out well for you. So until Thursday, I'll see you guys next time.